Liandre Got Tejus. Liandre Got Tejus.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
What about now? Oh man, I gotta start all the way over. What's up, chat? Let's go. Let's go, man. I gotta fix that. I gotta fix it. I gotta get in control for this. But appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Jordan, Mary J, Fence Post, what's good? Roll Tide in the chat, man. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Hopefully y'all ready. Hopefully y'all ready. Hopefully y'all ready. Got some background audio things of that nature that I'm gonna be working on. Mary J probably like, how is he live and I can't get in the studio? Well, Mary J, we rocking from OBS. So when I run OBS, it's usually because I got a pre-planned setup that doesn't require any comments on the screen. So you'll see the comments populate on the screen on their own. But I want to show y'all something else. I wanted to do something a little different. Let's see if we can do it. Will it? Let me see if y'all can tell the difference. I like this one better. We rocking with this one. We rocking with this camera view. Good morning. What's up, Greg? What's up, Megan? Roll Tide, everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. We got vibes this morning. Like I said, this is only going to be an hour-long show. The next segments tonight we will have our call-in show. We will really open the phone lines tonight because we'll have some reports from practice today. And then the next time you will be seeing me, we'll be reporting post scrimmage. We have our first scrimmage this weekend. So we'll get to see live action. You know how Smook do. You know how Coach Smook do. Yes, sir. What's up, power couple in the building? That's Vontae. What's good, my boy? Look, I like everybody coming back around. See, I don't think y'all remember, but Vontae is walking up on a year of being a Bama fan. He became a Bama fan last spring. 2 days before A-Day, he vowed his fandom to Alabama. So he's coming up on his first year anniversary as a Bama fan, you know? So, and he has the AAA family thank for it. You get what I'm saying? So shout out to Vontae being in the chat. What's up, Russell? Y'all like the camera? Like, the camera looks good. I think both views look decent. We got to do some things with the other camera. Let me show y'all real quick. We got to do some things with this camera, right? I think it's a matter of getting it. I'm going to add one more filter to it. But we're going to do some things. See, it's a matter of lighting with that camera. But this camera right here might just get too. Hey, super chat. I'm trying to get another camera. We trying to upgrade, and these are low level cameras, y'all. These aren't like the high end cameras. I'd make it work with what we got, but oh, you know what? I actually have. Duh. I'm gonna try it today. Hey, make sure y'all are hitting that thumbs up button. We did so great on our lives yesterday. The last 3 lives we've had the amount of viewership. Everybody that tapped on the video. 97% of our viewership is hitting the like button. So we are really getting up there. Just got to get more people live. Got to get more people viewing live. So we're going to continue to work this content. We're going to, every time we go live, make sure your notifications on so you don't miss a live notification. 14 in the chat on YouTube. Please hit that like. Well, how many we got on Facebook? We got Facebook and Twitter up right now. Let me see how we looking on Twitter. Let me see how we looking on Twitter. All right, we got 15 on Twitter. All right, what's up, Twitter? Appreciate y'all tapping in on Twitter. We got Twitter, Facebook on the gaming page. We got our live on the Coach Smook page on Facebook. And then, what else we got going, y'all? My guy Clark Coley just sent me a message, my youngin'. Oh, don't forget, today I'm gonna be going live. Oh, my boy Clark got offered by San Diego State. Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and retweet this. Oh, that's tough. Oh, yeah. Yeah. My youngin'. Let me put this on the screen too. I don't mind sharing this. It's my guy, man. Clark Coley, man. Y'all remember we had him on Under the Radar series. Or Check Him Out Coach series. Yeah. Let me put Clark up on this thing. Let me see. Coach Smook live banner. We're gonna move that one out the way. And then we're gonna do this real quick. And then we're gonna get into our show, man, talking spring ball. Y'all check out my boy Clark, man. This is a 27 prospect. San Diego State. We're gonna be making a trip out there to see him before he graduate, y'all. That's the goals right there. Uh-oh. Keep grinding, my youngin'. I like seeing when these young boys, especially when I know when we've had some conversations behind the scenes and they talk about, you know, they just want to get looks or whatever. And I'm like, man, just keep working. And then like literally in months time, weeks time, these kids, they start getting these looks and stuff. And it ain't nothing special that I did. It's just being a part of it, man. Being a part of it. That's what I'm excited about. Congrats to that boy Clark Coley, man. A dog, man. All right, so y'all know yesterday I was supposed to do the vibes, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think last weekend and this week build up, coming in with Pro Day, showed up, man. I did some. All right, I'm gonna tell the truth, y'all. I did some good boy stuff yesterday, but I made a lot of people angry. For what reason, I don't know. I don't know why people get mad. But I enjoyed myself yesterday. Shout out to all the families that showed love yesterday. I won't put no names on nothing. Shout out to the University of Alabama as always. Y'all know when I go up there, I always enjoy myself. Even when we ran into a few bumps in the road, I've always felt like I got an understanding and I was respected by the people that matter at the University of Alabama. Maybe I may not get much love from a lot of the fans or whatever, but as far as the people that matter at the university that surround the very thing that I want to have the connection with, the football program, the basketball, both men and women's basketball programs, the softball team, and shout out to Coach Murphy, man. Shook his hand. Pretty cool, you know. So Coach Smook, we're trying to just continue to grow, y'all. I had fun yesterday though. Let's talk about Pro Day. Let's get into it. Everybody wants to know like what was the real feels around Jalen Milroe. As you all know, he was the talk of Pro Day. It was no secret. Jalen Milroe was the talk of Pro Day. You all saw the action live on ESPN. They gave him all of the attention, which to me did that Pro Day setup from last year to now. And I'm not sure how the Pro Days have looked before with Coach Saban. I'm pretty sure it was packed because it's Coach Saban, it's Alabama. All the NFL GMs and scouts will want to be there because it's Coach Saban. And it was a great turnout yesterday. I think it was a quality turnout for the amount of players that we have eligible for the draft that we're trying to submit quality workouts. I think we had a good turnout as far as GMs and scouts and things of that nature. But I was more impressed with the team itself, the teammates, everybody showing up and supporting the draft eligible guys that were working out. The amount of energy that was in the building while guys were going through their workouts was very high, especially during the 40s. During the vertical jump, Q-Rob had a great workout. His numbers weren't just eye-popping. They were just like I believe they're going to be above the rest of his peers, majority of his peers, which is going to help him with his draft stock. A lot of people saying early third, late third, maybe an early fourth round pick just because of the demand on that position that he plays. But he gets on a roster, in my opinion, he makes it to a second contract, and then he really starts to get an opportunity to flourish year 3, year 4 in the league. And if an injury presents itself for him to have an opportunity, I think he's able to create value for himself there. But he will get drafted. CJ Dupree, Robbie Oots, great workouts. Not much for those type of tight ends to do when really they've been limited throughout their career as far as the reception game. But CJ Dupree really showed some athleticism with his workout numbers, bench press, vertical jump, broad jump, 40 time. All of those numbers really popped off the scene. Robbie Oots being more of a fullback, H-back type tight end, he was able to solidify himself with, showcasing his hands. He did a lot of routes yesterday with Milroe. You all saw the quality of his athleticism, but soft hands, showcasing that he can track the ball, over the shoulder catches, his quickness in and out of his cuts when you do the cone drills, like just doing the small things that matter. So when you need that extra, that when they go and do the 4th and 5th and 6th round, picks, and they're looking for that little inkling of something to separate you from the rest of your peers. I think those two guys did it. CJ Dupree to me is a 2nd round, 3rd round talent. He's one of your top tight ends in the draft. Definitely did it. He didn't get to put it on film in his 2 years at Bama, not consistently, but when he touched the ball, I think they said like 87% of his catches went for first downs, were converting type catches. So this is a guy that knows how to find the right spot, sit down in the defense, is a smart IQ player. I think he did himself, did good for himself as far as his draft stock going into the draft. Malachi Moore, we know he didn't get to work out, but he spoke with the media, and I'm actually going to pull up the soundbite from the video clip from Bama Online, I think, is the one that provided the quality. No, Crimson. Let me see. Before I start misquoting, it was either Bama Central or Bama Online. Okay. Yeah, Bama Central had this high angle view, which was kind of weird. I want to look at it, though. I want to see what the audio was like on there. See what the audio was like on this high angle view. Oh, they got over there late. Oh, you might be able to see me in this clip, chat. Hold on. Oh, you might be able to see me in the background in this clip. I don't know. Cause I was gone by the time Malachi was doing this. Yeah, I think I was out of there by the time Malachi was there. Oh yeah, they were tearing them up, man. It's crazy. I got something to say about this too, Jordan. Behind the scenes, like some of the stuff that was being said about Milroe. That's why I'm trying to save his throwing workout. I'm gonna run the video and we're gonna talk about it, because it was some things in the crowd right there, like the scouts, where the scouts were sitting at, and of course they had me separated away from the GMs and all of that stuff, but there was some things being echoed and kind of talked about in the whispers, and I think a lot of people are going to be surprised at where Milroe get picked in the draft. Like I don't think people really understand like what the NFL sees as far as development curve and ceiling, like things of that nature. Say what you want, Bama Nation. We had a rare gem at the University of Alabama because we didn't provide him with the assets to really unlock it. That's not necessarily a bad or good thing. It's just timing. It's all about reps and everything. And it wasn't like he was a 3-year starter. It wasn't like he had one OC or one system to work under to really hone his craft. It was literally development as becoming a quarterback, right? The raw talent, trying to develop as a quarterback and learn a new system that, honestly, if we talk about it, the way he was coached his freshman year all the way up until his senior year on the field, it's a lot different. 3 different mindsets and 3 different philosophies came at him during his tenure at Alabama. So I think this young man is going to get into an organization. They're going to really be able to invest in him to where this is his job. Ain't no more class. Ain't no more unwanted media attention and extra stuff. This is literally his job. His 24-hour dedication is to be the best quarterback he can be. And now I'm telling you, people, they understand that. Fans probably don't. But the GMs, the scouts, the offensive coordinators at the next level, they understand that. And think about it, guys. You had Indianapolis Colts who have a up-and-coming offensive coordinator and an offensive-minded head coach. They go out and they get Anthony Richardson in the 1st round with their first pick. So I'm just saying, what's up, Dennis? My brother King Family reacts in the chat. Megan said his footwork is a lot better. Megan, I won't even get hype about it. We'll talk about it. Let's try to save it. Let me get my 10 minutes of this out and let Malachi speak, because I felt like this was very important for him to get out and speak. But looking at his demeanor around everything, I honestly think he's content and satisfied with what he put out on the field during his career at Alabama. True freshman starter, COVID year. People forget that. True freshman starter. Everybody likes to highlight Caleb Downs doing it. Malachi Moore did it before Caleb. If Malachi Moore doesn't get injured that year, we might not have Brian Branch going to the league 2 years early. You know, we might not have that because Malachi Moore was that guy. He was in that spot. We might not even get Caleb Downs in the recruiting class because he would have been. You get what I'm saying? The year we got Caleb Downs, Malachi Moore was coming back from an injury. The year Caleb Downs shows up, Malachi Moore re-solidifies himself as that dude in that secondary, and then comes back an extra year and does it again for a 5th year. You know, and we know a lot of it had to do with the opportunity to shoot up with his brother. You know, Aiden has transferred. Man, Aiden about to have some heads turning over. I'm telling y'all, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we go back and get Aiden back on the roster, you know, in 2 years, in 2 seasons. Let's look at Malachi Moore's interview, though, y'all. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the beat down a little bit for y'all, too. I know y'all love that beat, but we gotta be able to hear Malachi. All right, boom. Let's get it up. And I'm gonna get my Stream Deck set back up so we can get off of these having to click these buttons. All right, let's get it. I love the fact that I feel like PR prepped him. I feel and anybody that knows Malachi's mom, she's very outspoken. She's very vocal about supporting the team, supporting the boys. But I think her and Pops, they've been. Am I muted? I'm not muted. Who's muted? You saying Malachi was muted? Okay, hold on. You're right. Let me see. Malachi's muted. Now we got Malachi. Here we go.
Qualities. Just that I can move, really. My athletic ability and how fluid I am.
We good now?
Drills coming in and out, my breaks and all. And I'm proud of them. My pro day is going to be on April 1st. So coming off hernia surgery, so just waiting until I'm 100% to go out there and perform.
Yeah, going over that too. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good though. The recovery's been going good. I've been progressing at a positive rate, and so I'm feeling good.
What do you look to show NFL scouts? Like, what are you looking to show? What are the main qualities?
Just that I can move, really. My athletic ability and how fluid I am in drills coming in and out, my breaks.
We good now, chat?
Playing the ball in deep part.
Shout out to the Big 26 on YouTube. Okay, make sure y'all run the likes up. We only got 9 likes on the stream. Make sure y'all get them up.
Well, as expected, he was sliding. But yeah, I kind of knew that out the gate that he was going to go out there and run a fast time, though. So yeah, I'm proud of him.
In 5 minutes, we'll do the O-line position.
NFL perspective, have conversations with these guys. They want you playing safety. Is there any chance of you playing nickel for him?
Yeah, it's a chance. They've been talking to me about my versatility and kind of asking me where do I see myself in the league, and it's kind of, I just tell them, like, wherever the team needs me, I'm comfortable being star or comfortable being back at safety. So it's really just see where I land and where I end up.
Your physicality is obviously a point of emphasis when you were a star here, be able to come in the box.
Facts, Dennis.
When you're talking to these
What's up,
NFL
Tay? Y'all
scouts,
make sure y'all tap that like on the screen.
Talking yourself up, trying to up your draft stocks, like that you can be as versatile as any defensive back in the league?
Yeah, I mean, I have all the confidence in myself. Down the best safety in this draft, and so just going in there and being myself, telling them the football knowledge that I know, and they see it on tape as well. And so that's really all I can do. Is up to them.
Obviously, a lot of current players.
And did I not just say this though? I feel like Malachi Moore, he's not so pressed to get out here and put numbers out there, because at the end of the day, the numbers don't do that. The numbers are for guys that's they need that extra dollar or that extra decimal, or that if they want that first round, tag to their name. Malachi feels like he's done enough on film in game, you know, his character outside, even with the situation last year in the Vanderbilt game, a lot of NFL scouts or GMs and people in the locker rooms, they agree with him. You know, Alabama losing to Vanderbilt, where's the anger at? You know, for him to be bold enough to display it, not just display it, but be accountable for it, and then to finish the season like he did was probably one of the better, you know, end of season runs we've seen from our defense in years. Right, to be the leader of that, I think Malachi is going to be a great asset to whatever roster he's on in the NFL. And I've been hearing some different teams out there. It would be crazy for him to end up in Detroit again, huh? I know Atlanta's looking there. Atlanta's there. Washington, Seattle, Denver, a lot of teams, man.
How can you best be prepared for when it's there?
Yeah, I would tell them that it's not as hectic as some people make it seem sometimes. I just tell them, like, if you're clean cut, don't have anything on your record or anything like that, you pretty much just gonna be talking about football and how you grew up. And that's the easy thing. That's what we do every day is football. So it's been a real.
Yeah, I hear that clean cut record.
Nathan, what would you tell your younger self now that you're
Coach, check out my reaction to Kobe Jordan from American Idol. I definitely will. What's up, Travelpreneur? Welcome in, bro.
So just keep your head down, keep working, and just keep the main thing the main thing.
How do you think the last 4 years at Alabama has prepared you for this moment?
It definitely prepared me for this moment. We used to be in bright lights, big stadiums, and
hey, so I'm not gonna lie. Can I pop my collar just for 2 seconds, chat? Twitter, y'all live too. I seen guys walking around with y'all see the wrist, y'all see the lanyards, right? It's the only thing I had around my neck yesterday when I walked around. I'm just saying, God is good. Favor ain't fair. Favor ain't fair.
Like
I'm
that,
grateful.
Like everybody's Super Bowl national champion, so it kind of takes a special person to come here to Alabama to know what you're gonna walk into. You're gonna walk into. You have to prepare great each and every week, just because you know the other team is trying to take your head off the next following week, no matter who it is. And so, then going against great players every day,
every day,
day in and day out. It really
the dogs.
Kind of prepares you for the league.
All right, y'all.
People in the league.
So if y'all want to see the rest of Malachi's interview, and it wasn't much to really get into, y'all. I just enjoyed his countenance, his presence, the fact that he was confident enough to get out and speak. You know, most players that don't work out on their pro days, they try to hide from the media. Well, Malachi has a reputation that precedes him, and it's a positive. So why not reinforce it with your presence, right? With your presence, your actual presence, you know, on camera, you know, showing that you're comfortable with answering some of the hard questions if they present themselves, but also how do you answer them? You know, that creates value for you at the next level, especially in this day and age where a lot of players are starting to take their voice back as far as how they're represented in the media. I think that's a good thing for him on a small spectrum of things, but in a greater spectrum. You're talking about a marketable gentleman. I mean, marketable clothing lines, cologne, shoes. I mean, everything. He's working on that while not being able to showcase his physical abilities. So I'm just saying, that's quality there. Now let's get into some more of the workout stuff. Tyler Booker had a great showing. I don't remember seeing many clips, but I know I left right as his workouts were getting like ramped up. But some of his numbers, especially on his cone drills, I think they call it the T drill, the T cone drill. Tyler Booker is healthy. Like, I didn't know that he was dealing with so many injuries throughout the season. And everybody deals with injuries, but you can tell when you see a guy healthy and you see him kind of move when he's healthy, you can tell, you can think back now, oh, that makes sense. So we dealt with a lot of pride and injuries last year on this roster that were hidden from us because these guys chose not to use it. And they still won't admit to it or nod their head towards a definitive yes, that's what was going on. But it's admirable to see these young men put their team and this program first, put them before themselves in a lot of these situations. And we don't give them credit for it. We beat them up as fans. We talk about what they should be doing as a player or whatever. But I don't think we really take into account. And it's like that with a lot of different facets in life and different industries in life. We just got to continue to the ones that understand, we got to continue to promote the message and put these guys on the pedestal that they deserve to be on, right? They work hard every day. But yeah, Tyler Booker looked great yesterday. Like I said, him and Q-Rob were kind of the guys that caught my eyes yesterday. Jalen Milroe throwing session, I left right before it, but of course I was able to watch along with it. Yeah, I wasn't in there at this point. This is like when he got to Ryan Williams, but I wasn't in there. I think this was like the 4th or 5th throw out there. But y'all, if y'all see Tim Keenan in them down there on the left, I don't know. Wait, let me put this on the screen. If y'all see TK in them right here, y'all see Tim on the sideline. If you look to the left of them, I'm in that direction. Handling some stuff. So it was fun, man. I had a good time yesterday. I'm telling you, I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I tell you. All right, check it out. Thorn. Everybody wants to talk about Jalen Milroe. First of all, I'm not liking the added here again. I think you just need to go let your junk grow, bro. Go through the process. I had to do it. It was ugly for a little while, but my boy, he keep adding all this weave to his hair, man. He got money though. Do what you do. Do what you do, Jalen. That's my dog, man. I told him last year when he popped up with them doggone faux locks, man, that ain't straight up. Straight up. He laughed it off, but I was serious. Y'all see me up there? Y'all see me up there? All right. Isaiah Horton. A lot of people are trying to figure out who this young man is, man. Everybody went because he just looks different. He looks different. Like he's a specimen. 6'4", 205, 210. A specimen. Look at him. Sticking low. Driving out of his route. Look at it. Looking good, man. See, these workouts and stuff, it's about looking polished. It's how many times, how many reps can you do and just looked polished. Megan, you don't remember last year, the wide receiver, he actually got picked up in as a undrafted free agent from Alabama State. He was at Pro Day last year. I don't know if y'all remember, I pulled him aside when I was on Bama Football on YouTube. They had a wide receiver from Alabama State, and that dude was moving. That's why the Bills ended up signing him to training camp. He didn't make the roster, but the Bills ended up signing him. I forget the young man's name, but they do that. Alabama does that for the in-state guys who have that projection. That young man's supposed to be going like 4th or 5th round as a receiver. I like seeing this, man. Listen, this is my problem with Jalen right here. This lack of pace right here coming out of this. Watch this. This is what I would be looking at as a scout. Everybody's talking about his footwork. I've never had an issue. His footwork to me in throwing drills and all of that, clean pocket, was consistent. You know, you really can't evaluate footwork. You can just evaluate how they adjust when under pressure. My thing is this right here. Watch this pace as he comes through this drop back, fake handoff. I don't like the standing straight up out of the snap. Your hips not opening wide enough for me. Drive out of this. Open up, right? You're on air. You don't have to worry about tripping over nothing, but showcase that you can do these small things that will become muscle memory. So when you're under pressure, it's just natural. It's happening for you. Drive out of this step. Look, he cut it off quick for what? It's not even a quick pass. Let's count the steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That extra roll through step. See, that's not clean footwork. What's up, Cole? What's up, twin? That's not clean footwork to me. That's not clean footwork to me. Come on. Right here. Watch how choppy it is. You want to drive out of this right here. You want to open your hips up and drive out of this. Whatever level. I mean, he probably, you used to handing off to a 5'10" quarterback. Overthinking, Trav Panur. Exactly. You're trying to look too polished, and to me that says you're not repping this enough. You just did it enough to show up for pro day, but now when the pressure's on, when the lights is on, we see things that we saw last year during the season, the inconsistencies when things started. And so whoever, Coach Mitch, I know is on his neck about this. But because of how much development he had to overcome the past 2 years, I think you had to focus on the main things, the things that catch your eye. This is small things. These are things that I expect a guy 4 years in the program, right? 4 years on campus, going into the NFL should have developed. But even whether it was a coach involved or not. The follow through, the release, everything looks good. But look at this. This doesn't look natural. He's not repping it enough. He's catching the ball and popping straight up. You got to drive off of that front leg. You got to be able to open them hips up, man. You got to open that hip up. That left foot, if that's what your stance going to be, which I don't agree. I think his left should be forward, personally. But if that's how you're going to be, you got to be able to do that one false step. Use that left foot that you're pivoting on or getting ready to pivot off of. You got to be able to balance and drive off of that and open up to, come on, man. Am I just saying something crazy, chat? Another fake handoff, right? Another reason why I feel like if he gonna fake the handoff to that side, why your left foot ain't open? All my people over there too. That's a ball that I like, him and Jam. You can see that chemistry there. I like his throwing on the ball. I like his throwing on the run. I've never had an issue with that. I think he's a lot more natural on the run than he is trying to stay in the pocket and be a traditional QB, which is what a lot of people at the next level are seeing the value in, because how many clean pockets are there in the NFL week to week? How many quarterbacks really have clean pockets? Shout out to the 16 in the chat on YouTube. Make sure y'all come in and run the likes up. We almost at 20 likes. We need 7 more likes to get to 20. Again, this pause, where did the active feet at, Jalen? You planning here? We're going through reads, right? Why are my feet not chopping? Why are my feet not opening up to the direction my head is opening up to, my lead foot? That's what causes inaccuracies. That's why you can't throw a wide receiver open. Like, these are the small things that we got to look at, chat. Nice pass to Dupree. Great adjustment by Dupree. Safety lighting him up in the game, though. Not if Jalen looks off like he just did, though. Watch the eyes. 1, 2, 3. I like it. Exactly, Megan. Come on now. You got to have them feet moving, man. Lamar Jackson. If you go look at Lamar Jackson workout from his second year to his third year, the offseason training that he did, everything that he did, he had active feet. It was an emphasis on active feet. And so to just kind of let this roll and look at some of the highlights from it, I'm going to talk to y'all about some of the things that I was hearing, or that I was evaluating and that we were all hearing on the sideline. So a lot of your NFL GMs and things of that nature, they believe Jalen Milroe is probably the most underrated quarterback in this draft class. 1, because of his struggles in this new offensive scheme. 2, because of his limited growth, like the amount of the growth gap that he had this year, because it wasn't a lot. Let's just be honest. What we saw from last year to this year, we saw a few more consistencies that allowed us to say, okay, he's improving, but we didn't see them on a consistent basis. So you look at him throwing these passes to the tight end in the red zone. Some he struggled with heavily. It's good to see these beautiful balls here, but what happens when you throw different bodies underneath and he really has to fit balls in a tight space, and he really has to, go through his progressions quick. Like his lazy feet. Oh my God, his lazy feet here is really really bothering me. Who's calling me? There's nobody important, clearly. But showcase a lot of things that you want to see, even on air. Just being comfortable and do it. Look at Jatavius Sanders over there. just being comfortable with letting the ball go. That was one of the huge things that Jalen Milroe needed to display yesterday. Being comfortable with letting the ball go, putting it out there, giving you guys a chance. You can see in he was overthinking a lot of the mechanic things, but overall his ball looked good. And they just wanted to see the consistency in how he delivered the ball. He was ripping it yesterday. To me, probably one of the better workouts I've seen in the offseason for quarterbacks, for pro days. One of the better ones. But it's going to be a lot of things before we see him excel at the NFL level that we're going to have that he's going to have to improve in. The active feet, dissecting the coverages quick, and then you got to understand you're going to have a lot of press man in the NFL, right? You can't be lofting balls and expecting your wide receiver to bail you out all the time. Your 50-50 balls really is like 70-30 because of ball placement with quarterbacks. But he gets in the right system, it could be a great career for him, or he could get in the wrong system and have some early bumps. I could see where Jalen Milroe might get in a situation if he goes to a certain, let's say, Oakland or a San Diego. We saw San Diego really in his ear yesterday. We saw Seattle. Of course, Seattle's looking to do something with losing Geno Smith. They're looking to get a possible future prospect over the next 2 years. Dallas might be in that mix for Jalen Milroe. The Jets might be in that mix for him also. So we got a lot of he has a lot of options too, to where if he gets in the wrong situation, meaning thrown out there as a rookie starter, I don't think we see the type of growth we want to see from him. I feel like he's mentally stable enough to go through 3 or 4 hard years. We've seen Bryce Young go through 2 years of it. I think Milroe can go through 2 or 3 years of consistent trials and growth and showing resiliency. But if he gets in the perfect situation to where he can sit behind someone that kind of mimics some of his skill sets, right, and can help him hone in his unnatural craft, really being a quarterback, I think the natural is what highlights him when he gets on the field, and he could fall back on that when he falls into adverse situations on the field in gameplay. So he definitely needs to be behind a veteran QB like Jordan Love did. I think, yes, Jordan Love, but you got to think too. You got guys like the youngin that was at Dallas. I mean, not Dallas, was with the 49ers a few years back. Not Brock Purdy. Alex Smith did it for a long time. And then became the face of a franchise. So we're talking about athleticism wise. I think you have a situation where Jalen Milroe might end up being some of what Justin Fields is, right? Justin Fields got an opportunity and he flushed it away because he didn't really prepare himself. He was worried about the things he couldn't control. I think Jalen Milroe might have a Justin Fields. Trey Lance. That was Trey Lance. Exactly, Travis. Trey Lance, athletic quarterback, ended up being the face of the 49ers because he kept preparing himself. But Justin Fields, I feel like Jalen Milroe might step into an opportunity like Justin Fields did, where you can be the guy. We will grow with you. We're not expecting you to have it all together. We're going to take our time and grow. We're going to take what you give us. We're going to win with what we have. We're going to lose with what we have. And then we're going to continue to add pieces over your development period. But Justin Fields didn't feel like he needed that space. So now you see where he's at. He's in a situation where he's, going against, having to share time with a quarterback, in my opinion, and Russell Wilson, that's kind of done, man. Kind of done. Russell Wilson's best days are behind him. He needs to get into a system that's really going to help him out. And I don't think there's one out there right now. He's nowhere near athletic as he used to be. So, but yeah, jumping into this, I'm gonna pull this B-roll up for y'all while we continue this conversation. But some more things that we heard behind the scenes, y'all. And I'm gonna talk about spring ball now. Let's get into spring ball. How much time we got? I got 15 minutes. Perfect. A lot of things that I'm hearing about spring practices. All right, let's debunk some rumors. So there was a comment that came in on my channel, and this is the same page. I know for a fact this page is a message board pirate. right? And I'm gonna tell you what a message board. Nah. Trey Lance came in and was starting, bro. Dylan. But anyways, what I think is happening right now at with Alabama football right now, and the coverage and how this team is shaping up, is that people want to try and force narratives because we have a respected commit and player in Ty Simpson that's really on the ropes right now for his career as far as being the next quarterback at Alabama. And a lot of it is media attention. A lot of it is everybody has their picks of who they want, or they have their bias for whatever reasons, right? I'm gonna tell y'all like this. There's a situation right now where what I said could happen. If it happened, Ty Simpson might be in trouble with not being a starter. And this situation is that every quarterback going into this first scrimmage has like equal leeway. You have equal trust in your top 3 quarterbacks, and there's a senior quarterback on this roster that nobody's talking about, Cade Carruthers. If we went into a situation that we just got to go with a game manager quarterback that's going to do exactly what you tell him to do. He's experienced, one, and he's a capable body, right? He may not be marquee 5-star, 4-star, but we have a Stetson Bennett on the roster. No disrespect. Y'all see what Stetson did. He got 2 natties came on as a walk-on quarterback at Georgia. You find a guy that's just going to do what your system needs to do. Sometimes that's the best situation for you. So kind of getting into it, guys. The quarterback situation is very much open, and that's a bad thing for Ty Simpson, in my opinion. So this weekend scrimmage is going to be key to deciding where he stands and how what type of spring he's going to have to continue to work on to really, solidify himself as the possible starter for this upcoming season. Because right now, Austin Mack had a great day Tuesday. Keelan Russell had a very a leaping day. Like, somebody talk about the interception that was thrown. It was Russell's, but it wasn't because of Russell. If he throws a pass and the wide receiver and the DB are fighting for the ball, DB comes up with it after they fight for it on the ground, that's not a bad pass to me. And that happened in ones. It's not like he had to go through progressions and make a pass against, this is ones is really ball placement work, timing work, and wide receivers working on contesting and fighting for the ball, right? Winning their reps, learning how to beat the man coverage. That's what ones is about. So looking at this thing, man, this is going to be a crazy group to watch and grow. I look at the likes of Austin Mack, his improvement, man. I think the thing with Austin Mack, the comfortability to go and make plays now compared to trying to stay boxed in and just be a lot more natural now is going to help him in his development, because we've seen last year when guys try to go by the book, and that's, you want to be as close to the scheme of things and by the book as possible, but sometimes you have to be a football player, right? And in that, this offense allows you the space to do that as long as you're doing it within this grand scheme of things. Meaning, if we got a vertical pass concept, don't sit in the pocket. If your left tackle is struggling, don't stay in the pocket for 10 days or try to stay in the pocket for 4 seconds. Extend the pocket, create options or create opportunities for your players downfield, right? Look at Quay, man. I think Quay done got up to about 245, 250 now, man. Look pretty solid, pretty big. Kelby Collins. So the other day, we had some players. Fence Post, you think so? I think I got something to say about that. I'm gonna reply to your comment. In a few, Fence. But day before yesterday, we had a few visits, a few juniors visiting at Alabama, a few guys going into their senior year, guys that are coming up on the Bama radar, a few defensive linemen that I'm very excited about. One in particular, Nick Witherspoon, he was on my Under Radar show last year. Spoke with him. We linked up last season, right? We got to interact just for a quick second during A-Day, I believe it was. Or it was some It was one of them days, man. One of them days we got to link up. I got to link up with him. But we had a conversation. I said, man, keep working. You're going to be coming up on Alabama's radar. Well, he got to speak with some of the staff the other day. Got to hang out with some of the players. Kelby Collins was one of the guys that he got to hang out with. I have been high on Kelby Collins since Saban was recruiting him. When he went to Florida, I felt like we missed out on the guy. Since we had missed on Peter Woods, I think a year before Collins, I was really excited about getting Collins. Fast forward, a few years later, he's at Alabama. He's looking good at that D-line. You're talking about the bandit position being stacked. You got Collins, you got Keeley, you got Overton, you got, just a stack of guys that play the defensive end on that D-line position. That D-line play defensive end. So when we go into like our rushing packages, just think about a D front where you can have James Smith, right, playing your tackle, a 3-man front, like a pass rushing front, true D-line front. Now you can have James Smith as your tackle. You don't have to run Keenan out there, who's more of your run stuffer, wreck stuff. James Smith gonna do that. Plus he can get to the quarterback. He's gonna have your reach. Can't get to the quarterback, get your arms up. 6'5" James Smith gonna be able to get his arms up. Very athletic in the middle of their defense. Shedding blocks. It's hard to keep hands on him. He's slippery. Then you got guys like Keon Keeley to his left, and a guy like Kelby Collins to his right, or a guy like LT Overton, or a guy like, you can throw Steven Mbuma in the middle. You can throw a side figure, Edric Hill on the left, Jordan Renard on the left and right of those guys. These are guys, they're kind of interchangeable. A lot of these guys are interchangeable tackles and ends for this scheme. So the quality of depth and talent at Alabama's defensive line room is being, but Kelby Collins is special. He's going to be a day one starter. I don't see how you can keep him from being an intricate part of your rotation. Seeing him going at it in individuals, especially with the O-line and D-line. We don't have no trash O-line, but our D-line is that good that it makes these O-linemen have to work that much harder. Speaking of O-line, as you see him on the screen, man, Wilk informed me back from being sick. He looked good the other day. The right tackle position is definitely going to be some competition. Left tackle with Caden Proctor not being there, that's the saving grace, knowing that Caden Proctor is not there, and we're looking pretty solid there. We've seen some young bodies get rotated in that position. Michael Carroll, Jackson Lloyd. Just getting reps everywhere. Everywhere. Michael Carroll to me is probably, he's going to be our next Tyler Booker type feel. But Mal Wardrop even making strides, getting some interior offensive line work this past week. Rock Montgomery, Gino Vandermark. These are, just vying for a position because, like I said, this is a team, this is a philosophy that can utilize 6 to 7 offensive linemen regularly as on a rotational basis and create quality. So I like what I see from this group. Running back room, no complaints, man. I think we got too much in the running back room, to be honest, man. I really do. I think we have way too much in the running back room. It's so much talent, man. Kevin Riley was turning heads the other day. Daniel Hill was turning heads the other day. And a lot of they I guess you could say scales. Competition practice starts today. Like you want to hear a lot more about competitions, especially in 11s, DBs, one-on-ones with wide receivers. Like you're going to hear a lot. Oh, and Coach Cheryl and the linebackers, man. Our linebacker room, inside linebacker room is going to be crazy good. I keep forgetting that we're still missing Jefferson and Lawson with a lot of the viewing stuff that we get to see. But Abdul Sanders Jr. and QB Reese, I think we might have a solid 6-man. I ain't gonna say in-game rotation, but I think we'll have, like, if push comes to shove and you have to pair guys to produce in certain schematic demands, I think there's a scheme or there's a play call or there's a look that you could put QB Reese and AJ Sanders out there together at the same time, or Luke Metz and QB Reese, or Duke Johnson and AJ Sanders, where you can pull Lawson, Jefferson, Nakai Hill Green, and Caden Jones off the field to have a conversation with him for 3 snaps and not worry, right? Caden Jones is a name that I can't wait to see what happens with him. A lot of these linebackers, though, I would love to see us, and from what I'm hearing, this is the type of mode we're kind of going to with getting your young guys and your second and third guys on the depth chart to fill those special team positions. We haven't talked special teams a lot because we don't really get to see what the outlook is, right? But I think this year it's going to be a lot more focus on getting DBs and your hybrid linebackers, those strong safeties, in the box guys that really are thumpers, getting those guys the physicality on the special teams, because Alabama lacked it. We didn't have many big plays on special teams last season, and we need them. We need them. Slide to the defensive side. You see the defensive backs working. Damani Jackson. You had Xavier Brown there. You had Cam Calhoun, who looks like a linebacker at corner, which is kind of crazy. Let's go back some more. Let me go back some more. I like to see Bray Hubbard put in work, man. That's my dude, man. Bray Hubbard. That family is fire too, man. Guess we'll find out on RBs when the portal opens. You know, those NIL scouts are watching. Facts. And the thing is, we have that type of quality of players in that room. We have that type of quality of players in the room. Again, Red Morgan. You know what? Seeing Red Morgan really get this type of work in, I gotta go back. Seeing Red Morgan get this work in right here, just the small things for me. That's Ivan Taylor right there, number 13. Safeties in front of Ivan Taylor, beware. Do not get injured. Do not lose a step. None of that. He's him. He's next. Same thing with Dijon Lee. Same thing with Dijon Lee. You see Red Morgan there? Now, does DJ not look like a 6'4"? Guys, look at the arms, man. He looks like a wide receiver lining up to play DB. Just watch him walk up to take his rep. That's Xavier. You got Red right there. Now look at Dijon. Look at Dijon walking up from the side. He just looks like a wide receiver, man, and has great balance. Oh yeah, that boy gonna be my. Now this guy right here, Cam Calhoun. He is going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem. Carlos, Red has always been a nickel corner. He has always been a nickel corner. I think we talked about that. Even in high school, he played nickel corner. He never was never was a strong safety or free safety. He was nickel corner. And I want y'all to understand this too, like edge, nickel corner, those are becoming like things that you get evaluated in. I remember you had to be a cornerback or a safety. Now you're a nickel corner. Now you're an edge linebacker. Now you're what they call them? A hybrid linebacker. Now you can be a book end. Like they say, all right, we got a traditional end here. We got a edge rusher. We got a hybrid tight end. We got a split wide. We got a traditional tight end. Like they are evaluating guys because on rosters now you have your do-it-all guy. You got your specialist, and then you got the guy that can't do either or, but they do this, right? That's what Alabama has right now in the secondary group. Woo! All right, Red. I see some twitch there. I see some twitch, Red. I see some twitch, Red. I like that. I see some twitch. And people look at this and be like, it's just drills. Twitch. Right there. Chop, chop, boom. Get up out of there. Get back on him. Put hands on him. Be a little bit more violent. I know we in drills, but be a little bit more violent there. That Coach Jones right there working with him. Coach Jones gonna be on Red tail because he plays like Red plays like Coach Jones used to play. Very physical, very physical. So we're here at our hour mark. Listen, I'm gonna wind down with this. Listen, final things we're hearing from practice, man. Quarterback battle. I'm telling y'all right now, Ty Simpson is in trouble. Not in a bad way, man. Just from a fan perspective, somebody that felt like if it was gonna be his time to be the starter and to take over, it would be this season. I think this conversation and this battle being so wide open is a bad thing for him. He needs to really solidify himself. Saturday is his opportunity. Hopefully I will be able to give you all some positive news, and I want Ty to be the guy. I think he deserves his opportunity to really show us if he's him or not. And I ain't talking about in a scrimmage setting or anything, but I feel like this staff is at that point to where their style of scrimmage, their style of coaching, and what they want to see as far as development, they're going to lean on that. And if Keelan Russell or Austin Mack checks more blocks than Ty Simpson, they won't listen to the media or the fan or the boosters and roll Ty out there just to please everybody. They're going to do whatever they need to win. That's how they became a national championship contender in 2 seasons at Washington, right? In a matter of 22 months at Washington. They didn't even spend a full 2 years at Washington. They were there for like 22 months and took a program that was not even in contention for a national title and took them to the national title. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a quality spring to really evaluate and pay attention to, chat. If y'all trust me, AAA family, if y'all trust Coach Smook and the way I've been pushing things out, shout out for the 21 likes too on the stream. Appreciate y'all. The 22 likes on the stream. Thank y'all for tapping in. Hey, and while we're closing down, let me know where you're watching from in the comments. Literally, like, where are you watching from? You ain't got to do city and state. You can do just state or just city. Let me know, or zip code, whatever. Let me know where you're watching from as we close down. Kareem said, time tells all, Smook. I try to tell these people that every time. And my thing is this, man. Oh, we've seen Ty over time. He's not trash, but he hasn't been him. We've seen Ty. We haven't seen Austin Mack. We're just now getting Austin Mack overtime this year. And Russell has come into the scene with everything that we want and need out of the quarterback position to give us belief that he can be the guy. He is. And it's no secret. So I'm just saying. We got Palm Beach checking in. We got Birmingham checking in. We got LaGrange, Georgia checking in. Yes, sir. If y'all enjoyed today's little live segment here, let me know by dropping some likes in the stream and dropping some comments. Biloxi, Mississippi is in the chat. What's good, Biloxi? Bama Fan 95. My favorite, you're the only person that really will. Nah, you ain't the only one, but you disagree with me on a lot, Bama Fan 95. I like that. I appreciate you. You're a solid supporter. You don't take nothing to heart. I appreciate that. But don't forget, y'all, we will be cutting this up in VOD format. I'm going to go ahead and download this, edit it up. This will be available in VOD format. As soon as you all see this, please go. Even if you don't watch it all the way through, go like, comment, and share it for your boy. Give me 2 hours to put this up. I will have this up by noon Central Standard Time. I will have this VOD up by noon Central Standard Time. I need all 20. How many likes we got? We got 23 likes. That means we should have 23 shares on this VOD when it gets posted. And it's going to be a nice little screenshot of me, you know, a thumbnail. And if you like what you heard, this is baseline Smook Scoop. Like, this is bottom shelf Smook Scoop. So if y'all get facts, then this is bottom shelf. This is bottom shelf. Top shelf Smook Scoop is for members only. So if you want to get some of that top shelf Smook Scoop, continue to support. Go ahead and get that membership. Think about becoming a member of the channel. We got the link in the chat. If you don't know how to get to it, my mods will help you out. But with that being said, y'all, I want to thank you all for supporting the Coach Smook Network and supporting everything that we got going on, man. I appreciate y'all. And when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I appreciate y'all. Y'all be blessed on y'all day. And I'll catch up with y'all later. We got more content coming today. We'll be live again as things come out. We got post-practice reports, and we got to check them out, Coach. Recruit film. We're going to be just doing the natural. We don't have a lineup. We're just going to look at all of our inbox. We're going to show y'all all the kids that's been hitting us up so we can look at their film. So when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll check y'all on the next one.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Coach Smook. Put me in the game,